Last week, I set out on the first leg of a long day of flying, landing at Sholo Regional Airport. In this video, I fly the second leg of the day, landing at the completely crazy Truth or Consequences Airport.
Hey, Sholo, traffic, Orange RV7, now 7 to the north, right traffic, 22, full stop, Sholo.
Where did this other guy say he was coming in? So when is 160?
Sholo Regional Airport, automated weather observation, 154, Zulu.
Yeah,
Wind, 170, at 7 knots. Wind variable between 130 and 190. Visibility, 9er. Sky condition, clear, below 12,000. Temperature.
So where's this other guy coming in? Is he going to land on 25? Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
Sholo traffic, Cup 1947 Yankee is 5 to the east. We'll be landing 22, full stop, Sholo. Hey, Sholo traffic, Orange RV7, just cleared 22 South Acres.
Yeah, that seems to be the one. Cool. Do a quick run up and then be good to go. Sholo traffic, Luscombe 1813 Kilo crossing, Runway 22, Sholo.
Sholo traffic, Cup 1947 Yankees on a 3-mile final for 22, full stop, Sholo.
Sholo traffic, Luscombe 1813 Kilo is clear of 22, Sholo. There's this guy on 22 for a short final.
Sholo traffic 1947 Yankee, short final 22, Sholo.
Sholo traffic, Luscombe 1813 Kilo taking off runway 22. I'll be making a left turn out and departing the area to the southeast, Sholo.
Cup 1947 Yankees clear of 22.
This is the second leg of the day, continuing on a course of 110 degrees magnetic. I continue over the Apache Sitgraves National Forest, crossing into New Mexico for a landing at the totally bonkers Truth or Consequences Municipal Airport.
Yeah, so we're at 10,000 feet, and we're barely 1,000 feet, maybe 2,000 feet above the terrain here. So that's kind of cool, kind of interesting.
Seems like the breeding of bald eagles is a big deal in Arizona, and there are many lakes and rivers around the state where the state tries to assist in said breeding. Also, apparently bald eagles like some privacy during breeding season. Can't say I blame them. All that to say, this is the Greer Lakes Bald Eagle Breeding Area, one of those previously mentioned protected areas. This is Escodia Mountain, part of the White Mountains. It certainly doesn't have terribly impressive prominence, just under 2,400 feet, but it's still pretty neat to fly past. Its peak tops out at just a hair under 11,000 feet. Again, I think it's crazy that I appear to be flying along just above normal terrain, but in fact I'm at around 10,000 feet. This mountain is just shy of 3.5 miles from New Mexico.
I think the batteries in my headset just died, and it scared the shit out of me. Because all of a sudden, it instantaneously got louder. And I won about 110 degrees, about the same as we've had. All right, those batteries are toast. And I've got some good quality rechargeable batteries here, which I hope still are charged. If not, that will be super duper irritating. Oh, it's quiet again. Oh, that's so nice. That would be irritating. Man, that would be the old days is what it would be. In fact, not even as bad as the old days. Because in the oldest days, they had no headsets whatsoever. Well, they probably would just put earmuffs over their ears or something. Through the consequences. Runway 119. Surface is rough, containing large rocks. Oh, and a lot of, okay, most of them are gravel. That's fun. I see, most of them are gravel. And 1331 is maybe the only one. Runway 7, scattered rough areas, but that's the direction the wind's coming from. So I'm inclined to land on 7. Although 5 knots isn't a bad crosswind. So they're all like 3,000 plus. And what did I say? What's the elevation? 49, so 59, so 6. So I'll be at 7.
Sky condition clear. Temperature 24 Celsius. Dew point 07 Celsius. Altimeter 3036. Remarks. Density altitude 6,600. Truth or consequences Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation 1733 Zulu. Wind 070 at 06.
All right. Truth or consequences traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilo, 10 miles to the northwest at 7,000. I'm planning on overflying the field or orbiting the field at 7,000 just to take a look and decide on runway, leaning towards runway 7 due to winds. Truth or consequences.
Truth or consequences, Unicom. Copy that. I've got you loud and clear. Be advised, our primary runways are 3113 as they're paved. The other ones are in pretty good condition if you want to use them as well, but that's the norm.
Yeah, I was curious about if there was a standard. I'm in a tail dragger, so I prefer best wind if possible. I appreciate hearing about the condition of the other ones. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, no, maybe the big white thing I saw is, oh, that's the lake, I guess. the runway or the airport's before that, but I see the runway now, or the airport and all the runways. So runway 7, well, I'm plenty far away from the airport, so I don't need to worry yet, but what I'll do, so runway 7 is basically, it's probably that one right there, because I'm headed probably, well, I'm headed like 120, 110 degrees. So, yeah, that's runway 7 right there, I think. That's got to be it.
Ralph Edwards was an American radio and TV host. Among other things, he was known for his TV game show, Truth or Consequences. In 1950, he announced that he would air the program from the first town to change its name to Truth or Consequences. Hot Springs, New Mexico was the winner. The day after the official name change, he followed through with his promise to broadcast from that town. He visited the town the first weekend of May for the next 50 years. That event became known as Fiesta and eventually included a beauty contest, parade, and stage show. Truth or Consequences, New Mexico still holds the same celebration every year. Ralph Edwards died in 2005.
Truth or Consequences traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilo, 4 miles to the west at 7,000. I'm going to orbit the field at 7,000 before descending to pattern altitude for landing. Truth or Consequences. Yeah, that's got to be 7. And I think that's the short one. It's like 2,900 or something.
As you may have inferred from the town's previous name, it's known for hot springs in the area, although its growth wasn't significant until Elephant Butte Dam and Reservoir were created in the early 20th century.
Yeah, that is one wacky looking airport. And that'll be a kick landing on one of the other runways anyway.
Remarks. Density altitude 6,600. Truth or Consequences Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation 1746 Zulu. Wind 040 at 06. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 26 Celsius. Dew point 08 Celsius. Altimeter 303.
So 040.
It's pretty tough to find any history of this airport, but I managed to scrounge up a few tidbits. In the 1930s, Sierra County, New Mexico had an intermediate field near Engel. That's about 15 miles east of Hot Springs. An intermediate field was a very basic airstrip intended as an emergency landing strip for those old, unsophisticated airlines. In those days, weather prediction was even worse than it is now, and engine reliability didn't measure up to modern standards either. These intermediate fields were located along the airways, in other words, between the endpoints of a scheduled airline's route. Another rudimentary field was located southwest of Hot Springs. A new airport was established in Hot Springs in the 1940s. My guess is that it was more substantial and replaced the inferior surrounding strips.
Well, pressure's good, temperature's good. That's on, and that's a full tank.
In 1952, a flight service station, or FSS, was built at the relatively recently renamed Truth or Consequences Municipal Airport. Remember, the town's name was changed from Hot Springs to Truth or Consequences in 1950. The FSS was built on the airport to collect and transmit weather and navigational information to aircraft. The buildings that comprised the FSS survive to this day, a very nice monument to a bit of the area's history.
Okay, I'm going to come down to 6,500, which is still above pattern altitude.
Whiskey Creek traffic, skyline, takeoff limit 10 miles to the east inbound, 17.
In 1993, the main runway was resurfaced, and since then, many other improvements have been made, including updating runway and taxiway intersection markings, improving and extending the taxiways, aprons, and parking ramps, and installing the nice fuel farm from which I refueled my little Luscombe.
Boy, it looks like they really take care of those gravel runways. There's 6,500, so I'm going to not descend any more than that right now. That's 500 feet above the pattern. There's the windsock. And actually, it looks like it's varying between best for 07. Looks pretty good for 07 or whatever this one is. I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, it's a little bit variable. I guess they don't have the numbers painted on the ends of the dirt ones, unfortunately. That'd be helpful. What a fun airport. All right.
A variety of organizations are either based at or use as support Truth or Consequences Municipal Airport, including Tri-State Care Flight Air Ambulance Service, the New Mexico State Police, New Mexico Game and Fish, the U.S. Forest Service, and Civil Air Patrol. Beechcraft has even done testing there.
Truth or Consequences traffic, Luscombe 1813 Kilo, 2 miles to the east, maneuvering for a 45 for left downwind for runway 7, Truth or Consequences. I should have done a left turn. That would have been better, but this is the standard way to do it. I'm just not quite lined up right of me, but here, that's all right. Should have been further that way. Truth or Consequences traffic, Luscombe 1813 Kilos on a 45 for a left downwind for runway 7, Truth or Consequences. Truth or Consequences traffic, Luscombe 1813 Kilo, left downwind, runway 7, Truth or Consequences. Yeah, it's variable, but that's not a bad runway.
With respect to the bonkers runway layout, I'm told the answer is simply that the winds in the area are extremely unpredictable and can be quite gusty and intense. I suspect their composition is due merely to limitations of the bank account, as a concrete or asphalt runway is quite costly. So, go to Truth or Consequences and give one of the wacky runways a try. It'll be a unique experience that you won't soon forget.
Truth or Consequences traffic, Luscombe 1813 Kilo, left base 7, Truth or Consequences. Truth or consequences traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilo, final, runway 7, truth or consequences. Yeah, still gonna have a little bit of a left crosswind, I think, but oh, that was exciting. Went skipping across. Yeah, the crosswinds were good though. That wasn't a bad choice. This other one that was maybe 30 degrees, what is it, runway 4 or something, might have been better. But that wasn't a bad choice. Well, as far as wind alignment, although the truth is, no, and I didn't even trim up. Good. I was probably busy, I guess, thinking about all the other craziness around here, but I shouldn't have missed that. So is this a taxiway or what? Yeah, it has to be because there's hangars right there. Truth or consequences traffic, Luscombe 1813 kilos, clear of runway 7, truth or consequences. And all the other runways. Yeah, not a lot of wind. No big deal. Oh yeah, I could land on the other one for sure, but that was fun.
Randy was buff, bearded, irreverent, extremely politically incorrect, and ex-military. He was the one on the radio giving me the information about the runways and came out to meet me when I pulled up to the gas pump. He was chatty and we had a nice conversation. He kept referring to Anquifa, and we talked about rioters and looters, known as peaceful protesters to leftists, hacking Wi-Fi, computer programming, action cams, ex-wives, and various and sundry other topics. In fact, his ex-wife showed up while I was there. I'm guessing, like a lot of couples, they get along better not being married.
Woohoo! Leg number 2. Holy cow.
Come back next week for the third and final leg of the day when I take a huge detour around restricted airspace, finally arriving at Alamogordo, New Mexico.